Got some anchovy. Right. A tree floating down the river over there. Right. I'll put this one a little bit angle. I think that might be in the screen a little better. What's up, everybody? Good morning, sweetheart. We've got a couple lines in the water at the California Delta. We're fishing with anchovies. Seeing what we can catch. Hopefully we got some striped bass. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for supporting the channel. California Delta, fishing for striped bass. Let's see what happens, guys. Kind of a foggy morning out, but that's fine. That doesn't bother the fish. That doesn't bother the fish. I haven't been to the boat in a couple months, but that's all right, you know. We're here today, and we are trying to get back into the action down here. Usually some real good striped bass fishing. So we'll see what happens today. I'm looking forward to it. I've just been so busy lately with the holidays and everything. Just wasn't able to make it down here. But we're here today, guys. Holiday weekend. Beautiful foggy morning out here on the California Delta. Like I said, I just saw a few people strolled in. We're fishing with anchovies for striped bass. Just got started, so if you're just joining us right now, you know, usually fishing starts off a little bit slow. But I'm sure they'll be here in a little bit. Sure, we'll get some fish here in a minute. All right, we got 3 likes. That's awesome. Thank you guys. Appreciate y'all. And I could hear about 1,000,000 birds off in the distance. Sounds like geese, I guess. Oh, really? The boat? Oh, we're here, man. We're here and we're waiting for them striped bass to bite. Thanks for joining us today. We're using frozen anchovy for striped bass. Frozen anchovy. We've had some real nice striped bass over the years here, so see what happens. Had some real nice ones. Thanks for being here, Robert. How is your morning going today? Yeah, I've been so busy. I haven't been down here to my boat in, gosh, a couple months. But we made it down. We made it down. And I'm fishing for striped bass. So I'm a happy man today. Well, be honest, guys. I'm a happy man on most days. Got a lot of things to be happy for. I should say I'm satisfied today because I'm out here fishing on my boat. But man, it's been in the slip down here on this covered spot, and she is dirty today. I'm got up to fish, you know. I'll fish for a couple hours, but then I got to clean the whole dang thing. Out here in the Delta, there's a lot of dust in the air. So even if your boat just sits in the covered dock, it gets covered in like a thin layer of dust that builds up relatively quickly, and it turns to like almost like a, well, it just gets nasty. And so with the morning dew every day, and then the dust that settles on it. So, oh, look at that! There's a seal right there. Did you guys see that? There was a seal right here in front of me. That's no good. He's swimming around here somewhere. That's no good for the fishing because he will eat the fish. But you know, it also means that yeah, it also means that there's fish, or he wouldn't be here, right? There's two ways to look at it. You could look at it as, well, he's eating the fish, and you could also say, well, I'm in the right spot. There wouldn't be a seal here. I think that was actually a sea lion. That was a big one. If there was no fish. So, yeah. Hopefully we get a nice striped bass this morning. That'd make me happy. Make me happy. See if we can get it in the boat before the sea lion gets it. Raven Souls is here. Oh boy. Hey, you got a 7 in there, Raven Souls. It's supposed to be 6-7, not just 7. Well, hopefully we get ourselves a nice striped bass. We got frozen anchovy on both these rods. So I'm expecting a fish to bite soon. Get a nice striper. That would make me happy. We are fishing on the California Delta today for striped bass. We're using frozen anchovy. Make sure if you guys see one of these rods start bouncing, you say so in the chat. Because sometimes I don't see it happen. Sometimes I miss it. 90% of the time I'm on it, if they start moving, I'll see it. But there's that rare occasion where I don't catch it. So let me know if you all see the rod start bouncing. No fish so far. We've only been fishing for about 15 minutes. I have faith we'll get a fish. That's right. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Come on, fish. That's kind of the channel saying, come on, fish. Come on, fish. Come on, fish. Here, fishy, 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 fishy. Here, fishy, fishy. Take the bait, hook, line, and sinker. There's a little bit of outgoing tide, not very much. It's real mild. So that's good. It's a good time to fish. But you know, we got to catch some fish. No fish yet. But that just means we're coming due. All right, guys? I might move one of the lines around because no bites yet, you know? And I know a couple spots out here where like, it seems like every time you cast your line there, you get a nibble at least. Just see what happens. It's funny. The more you fish an area, if you put a lot of time into one area, you'll learn like, oh, if I put my line right over there, a fish will bite it in a certain amount of time, you know. And if you cast in another spot, maybe it could be there all day, and you might get one bite, you know. So learning the fishing location, learning the spot that you're fishing at, really can pay dividends in the end. You know, like when I was a kid, I would go as far as to snorkel the area. I don't snorkel the area anymore. I just cast the line out there and see what happens. But yeah, you'll find out that like, you know, maybe you're just casting into a moss bed that like, you know, it's just too thick for fish to take your bait, or your bait's getting buried in some kind of muck, you know, so the fish can't see it. And then there'll be like natural kind of alleyways under the water. And if you get your bait to set inside one of those areas, you know, fish will be traveling through there and see your bait, and you'll get a bite much faster. You know, a lot of it, like in rivers, a lot of it has to do with like the currents and how it moves around rocks and stuff. So it's just good to pay attention to the areas and the way the water moves where you're fishing. It'll allow you to catch more fish. I just kind of tossed these out here today just because I haven't fished here in a while. But I'm feeling like maybe I'm going to move the line on the right hand side over there and toss it behind the piling over here, because there should be like a pocket there where there's some fish holding. So I think I'm going to do that now. See what happens. Bait's still in real good shape. like right there. That gotta be. It's kind of funny, like you wouldn't think that maybe there'd be fish right there, but usually there is. Another has something to do with the currents and the way the bottom of the water is shaped right through there. Well, hopefully it pays off this time. Hope y'all are doing good. Thank you for being here. We're fishing the California Delta for striped bass with anchovies. Fishing with anchovy today. So, when you're in the Delta, we could catch today. I say we're fishing for striped bass, but we could catch halibut. I mean, not a halibut. We could catch a catfish, largemouth bass, striped bass. It's even possible to get like a steelhead right here, but it's kind of rare. So yeah, there's other fish too. There's a squawfish, or otherwise known as Sacramento Valley minnow pike. There's a lot of fish in here. There's also sturgeon, which is kind of a rarity for this area. But yeah, there's a largemouth bass. There's a striped bass. Salmon come through here, but I don't think we would catch a salmon today. The steelhead come through here, which is always a possibility. You never know what those guys are going to mac down on. There's crappie. Of course, the rigs we're using aren't going to catch crappie. A lot of bluegill, bait fish and stuff. Shad. Sometimes you'll see giant schools of shad come through here. Giant schools. Like thousands and thousands of them. There's a lot of fish that move through this area. You start counting it all up. Pretty dynamic fishing area. A lot of food for the fish to feed on that do live here, like the striped bass, because there's baby salmon, there's baby steelhead, there's baby largemouth bass, there's baby bluegill, there's shad, there's, the list just goes on. So hopefully we can catch a few fish today and not just be out here in the fog. Thank you for joining me, guys. Thank you for being here with me today. Appreciate y'all. It's been a while since I live streamed. It's been like about, like a month. Kind of took a month off there, guys. I didn't think I was going to. It just kind of happened. I guess I got burned out a little bit. Doing a lot of live streams, building up to 1,000 subscribers. I finally got there. I was like, oh God, I need to take some time off. So I did, but I'm back now. This is where I like to fish anyways. This is what I like to do. Chill on my boat and fish for striper. I'd like to be out in in the San Francisco Bay, fishing for halibut out there. That is the ultimate plan. So that is the ultimate plan. We're going to go to the San Francisco Bay with this boat and fish for halibut. But today we're fishing for striped bass out here on the Delta. No fish so far, huh? Shaping up to be kind of a slow morning. Hope everybody's doing good. I'm glad to be back here live streaming and fishing, sharing some content. Happy to have some of my subscribers watching. Hope you guys are having a good day. Enjoying the scenery. We'll live stream for an hour, maybe two today. And then this evening, I would like to do some catfishing. So we'll be here doing like a night stream for catfish tonight, in addition to what I'm doing now. I'm gonna make some content this weekend, you know? Make some good content. We're gonna spend the night tonight here on the boat. Maybe another night. Might be out here for 2 nights. Just kind of enjoy ourselves. We got here late last night and just fell asleep, man. We got here about midnight. Unloaded our gear into the boat and just crawled into the cabin and went to sleep. I worked like a 10-hour day yesterday. Seemed like it anyways. What time did I get out of there? 7? Yeah, 7. 9-hour day yesterday. Long day. Finished up a job. Headed down here to relax. It's good, you know how it goes. Got to put them long days in. You want to make the money. You know, I know it'd be nice to just do 8-hour days, but it just doesn't cut it all the time, you know? It just doesn't cut it. You hear them birds, man? Ooh. They're getting loud. There must be a million of them, huh? Listen to that. Oh, my rod's moving a little over there, huh? I think that's just moss and stuff getting pushed down the river, bumping into it. I'll wait for it to jerk a little harder than that. We gotta get a good bump out of it, you know? Those birds sure did make a ruckus, huh? It's pretty cold out here this morning. Gotta say. I need to make some coffee, guys. Haven't made any coffee yet today. Oh boy. It's definitely time for a pot of coffee. Definitely time for a pot of coffee. So, if you're just joining, we're fishing the California Delta with anchovy for striped bass today. So, we're just kind of being patient and waiting for them to come to us. We've got a whole anchovy out there. Two nice ones with a three hook leader. So if they take a bite out of it, they're getting a hook in their mouth. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, you never know with this spot. Sometimes you come here. I've come here and cast out in the first cast, just had like just a smashing bite, right? Where they just tear a line across the water and start jumping and then break your line, like on the first cast. And then other times, you can fish for quite a while before you get a bite. But good thing about this spot is we basically always catch a fish. So I am confident we'll get something. Confident we'll get something today. Hoping the sun burns this fog off and we get a little sunshine out here. Warm up this place. But I don't know. It's pretty foggy. Doesn't really look like it's going anywhere to me. Come on, striped bass. You get a bite. It's time to get a striper. Here comes a fishing boat through the fog. See this guy coming through the fog? See him yet? Now you can see them. They've been out fishing or duck hunting, I'm not sure. Whew. Chilly morning out here, guys. I'm like chilled to the bone right now. Might need to go grab me a blanket, wrap myself up while I'm out here. Get some coffee or something. Yes, it is. It's always a waiting game. Yes, it is. It's like I say, man. You master patience, you can master fishing. It doesn't go the other way around. Thanks for the heart, guys. Thanks for the support. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, the fog down here kind of surprised me today because I've been working down in the valley down here, and there's been no fog where I've been at. He didn't say it would be an easy job, right? That's a fact, man. That's a fact. Woo. Chilly today. God, I need to drink some coffee or put on a bigger coat or something. I think it's this wet air. It's just blowing right through me. Glacier National Park, awesome. Yeah, yeah. Just a heavy fog. It's chilly. It's not as cold as it probably looks. I'm cold because I don't have like a good jacket. I have a sweatshirt on right now, but like, it's not enough. I need to have a real jacket on. It's probably 40 degrees. It's not that cold. It's not as cold as like the mountains and stuff. I'm noticing a little slack in one of my lines over there. I'm wondering if something picked it up and is swimming towards me. There's a lot of debris in the water. Not real good. Hmm. A lot of debris. It's a beautiful morning. Beautiful day on the water. Of course, basically always is. Yeah, 25. See, that's cold. That's pretty cold. That's why I said I don't think it's that cold. you know, this is California cold. California cold's just not that cold. Not when you compare it to the rest of the damn country. There's a couple spots that get real cold. Here, there's a place called. Oh, there we go. There's a place called Truckee. Little nibble nibble there, maybe. That looked like a nibble to me. That's a fact, man. That's a fact. Thought that was gonna bite a little harder than that. It gave him a little tug, and then maybe it felt the weight. I got a hook in its lip and swam away before swallowing it down. But usually, if a fish bites it, he'll come back for more. So we'll see. I felt like that was a nibble. Good day fishing, or a bad day fishing is better than a good day working. Yeah, I've heard that many times. Heard that many times. Ooh. Ooh, it's chilly. Looks like we got 9 likes. Help me get to 10 likes, guys. Let's get one more, huh? Yeah, there's pretty good fishing. A lot of stuff has been fished out. But on the flip side of that, some of the fishing has gotten better over the years. So, I don't know. They've gotten more restrictive, right? On the saltwater fishing end of things. But um, it's created. I think I got a little bite just a minute ago. We're fishing for striped bass out here on the California Delta, and I'm using anchovy. So we got anchovy. We're fishing for striped bass. Yeah, so the Department of Fish and Game got more restrictive on the coastline, with saltwater fishing and stuff. But yeah, because of that, there's been more fish now, right? You get to keep less, and it's just more restrictive. But there's healthier populations of fish, which is good for everybody, you know. At least that's what I've experienced. Thank you, brother. Yeah, on the saltwater scene, um, there's whole sections of the ocean that's like, it's offshore, but they'll have it closed off to fishing, and you have to know your GPS where you're at right out there. No, right now I'm not. Right now we're out in the delta, and I'm just chilling on the back of the boat fishing. Um, I wish I was out in the kelp beds. No, I was just talking about the ocean. I want to get out there and fish. I wish I was out in a kelp bed right now. I wish I was.
6-7 on a Merry Christmas, 6-7 on a Merry Christmas, 6-7 on a Merry Christmas.
That's my ringtone. My son said it on my phone. Oh boy. So yeah, that's what they did. They created places where the fish spawn and get older there, where it's like the no fishing zone. And then the places around it, you fish around. You can't fish in it, right? But you can go fish around it, and there's excellent fishing. Where you can catch white sea bass, um, the California yellowtail, not a tuna, but a California yellowtail, sheephead, um, our lingcod, calico bass, sand bass, all the good saltwater fish are nearby those locations. Yeah, it's a sea bass. Basically the kelp beds are always going to be a big producer if you know how to fish them, if you've got the right gear and stuff. Well, that's excellent fishing. Yes, my kids are awesome. They always keep you going, right? Keep you guessing. Keep you on your toes. So if you're just joining, we are fishing the California Delta for striped bass, and we are using anchovy, frozen anchovy. So hopefully we catch something. Hi. It's an interesting handle, buddy. I love myself. That's good for you, bro. Lenny Malley, thanks for being here too, by the way, man, and interacting and everything. I appreciate you. Hopefully, we get some bass here. Oh, Delta Smelt. I haven't been looking, but probably not. No, sometimes when there's a lot of them, you see them. But no, I haven't. I have seen giant schools different times of the year. I think I'm going to check my bait on the rod on the right. Just because I know we did get a nibble. And it's been down there for a while. I'm feeling like it. Yeah, right? Come on, fish. Take the bait. Come on, fish. Come on, fish. I'm going to check it. I'm going to check the bait. Oh, yeah, it's all still there. Brr. Over there, the spinning rod. I don't think it's an ugly stick. It might. Nope. It's a Matsu. Now I do have a couple spinning rods on ugly sticks, though, but these aren't the ones. Thanks for being here with me, guys. Let's we'll try and push up to what, 15 likes. Let's try and get to 15 likes. If we can get to 11 now, that'd be great. Come on, people. That's not a fish bite. That's just the current pushing the gear down. Come on, fish, take the bait. Come on, fish. Ooh, it's chilly. So we're fishing the California Delta for striped bass, and we're using anchovy. That line is bouncing around over there. That's the current, though. It's not the fish. Put it out a little farther, out into the current a little bit farther. Sometimes there's more fish out there, so it's moving around a little more now. Just want to say thank you to everybody being here. Appreciate y'all so much. Appreciate y'all so much for joining me while I fish. I know it does, but it's in the currents. It's out there in the current where it's getting pulled around. So the difference will be if it jerks down, right, versus popping up. If it slowly pulls down and then pops up, that's the current, right? Whereas if it jerks down, that's a fish. So you just kind of have to learn the difference in the movements and the bobs. I've been doing it enough years to where I know. Yeah, of course, sometimes I might get confused, but 99% of the time, I could tell. And right now, it's sitting out there in the current. I cast it a little farther where the current's at, so it's pulling it around, and it'll pull it down slowly and then kind of pop back up. That's the current. If you see it jerk the tip down, that'll be a fish. Or a log floating downstream that hits it. Something heavy. So right here where we're at is it's tidal. We're in the delta, but like high tide, the water comes in. Low tide, the water goes out. And to put on top of that, you have the river flows that are always constantly pushing out. So it's a dynamic area to fish. You never know really what's going to be happening, how it's going to work. But you know, it makes for good action, for an interesting fishing trip. Yeah. Nice, man. Yeah. It's a chilly morning out here. It actually feels like it's warming up right now. I was cold for a little bit, but I'm not sure if I'm just getting okay with it or what, but like it just doesn't feel as cold as it did. Whew. Hopefully we get a fish here. Sounds like the birds have all settled down for the day.
Seven on a Merry Christmas, 6-7 on a Merry Christmas, 6-7 on.
That's a scam call. Should have turned the phone calls off when I started, but I forgot to. Yeah, let me just say again, thank you all so much for being here with me and supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it. We're fishing the, well, no, that might be a fish. Kind of a jerky action going on there. We're fishing on the California Delta with anchovy for striped bass.
6-7 on a Merry Christmas, 6-7 on a Merry Christmas, 6-7 on a Merry Christmas, skibbity.
Don't blow me up. Jeez. Yeah, appreciate you guys. All right, we made it to 11 likes. Let's try to get to 15. Let's push to 15, guys. Help me out here. chilly morning. Let's check this one out, huh? Oh, that's a lot of moss. Huh. Almost could be a fish. The eyeballs are eaten out. That's more like a crawdad. You know? More like something a crawdad would do. Yeah. I mean, that could have been a fish, but I don't think so. It looked more like a crayfish was pecking at it. Or maybe a real little fish just trying to eat the eyes. Something ate the eyes out of it. I need a beanie on out here. That's what I need. Double pair of socks. Keep my feet warm. Looks like we're almost to slack tide. Yeah, the crabs are nibbling out of the crayfish. That's what I think. That's what I think's happening. But it was still almost a whole anchovy, so I just put the hook back in it and tossed it back out there. I don't think a striped bass will really care. Comes upon it, he'll just gobble it up. But sure if the striper are feeding at night right now or what, but they're not feeding right now. Thank you for being here with me, guys. Appreciate you. Um, let's try and push up to 12 likes. We're at 11 right now. If we can get to 15, we're trying to work our way up to 20. You know, but 12 would be good, guys. We're fishing the California Delta. We're using anchovy, and we're fishing for striped bass. That's the goal of the day, guys. Striped bass out here on the Delta. Had them damn crabs nibbling away. Or the crayfish, I should say, the crawdads. We are in a tidal area, but I don't think that there's any crabs up this far. Just the crawdads. There is a lot of them, though. This morning I saw a couple of big sea otters, or river otters, I guess I should say, um, swimming around eating crawdads, cracking them up and eating them up left and right. Yeah, thank you for the support. Just thank everybody that likes the channel, helps the stream out. You know, if you like the channel, more people will see it. That's kind of how it works. So YouTube created the whole network. It's like the more people that like the channel, the more people can see the channel. Just how it is. No fish this morning, though. Not yet, anyways. Not yet, anyways. Hope everybody's had a good New Year so far. You know, we're about 2 weeks into the new year. It's shaping up to be a wild one. It's all right, though. We've had wild ones before. Right? Oh. Like we just got a couple new viewers. So we're fishing the California Delta with anchovy for striped bass. And it's a cold morning. Moving around. See that? Not sure if that's a fish or what. Might have been something tugging on it. Didn't take the bait though, whatever it was. Might have just been nibbling. Something seemed like it was playing with it. Seems like it was playing with it. Oh, come on, fish. Come on, fish. I am in dire need of a cup of coffee. I'm gonna have to go in the cabin and get myself all set up. Come on, fish. Come on, fishy, fishy, fishy. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. This morning when I first started fishing, a sea lion swam by. I haven't seen him since. There was definitely a couple of sea otters that were cruising around all over the place. I haven't seen them either. Seemed like everybody cleared out right around the time I started fishing. Keep an eye on these rods for me. I gotta go in my cabin real fast. I'll be right back. All right, guys. Keep an eye on these rods. Come on, fish. I didn't think about it, sorry. Come on, fish. We're at 12 likes, guys. Let's push up to 15.
Christmas, 6-7 on a Merry Christmas, 6-7 on a Merry Christmas, skibbity New Year, 6-7 on a Merry Christmas, 6-7 on a Merry Christmas, 6-7 on a Merry Christmas, 6-7 on a Merry.
Come on, fish. In a minute. Oh boy. Well, thank you all for being here with me. Appreciate y'all so much. Slow morning fishing, but it's a beautiful day nonetheless. We're fishing on the California Delta with anchovy for striped bass. Guess I can go ahead and check the lines. That one's been looking like that for quite a while. Put him back out there. Want to spot. Looks like we are just about at slack tide. Corey Liebrick. Ha ha! What's up, brother? What's up? Fishing on the boat, man. Oh, it's good to hear from you. I heard you're moving back to Grass Valley. No, I'm out on the Delta. We're down by Stockton. Still trying to get this baby down to the bay. I think we'll be there this summer, though. Nice, man. I'll have to get together and barbecue or something. Yeah, Ursula's my main moderator on the channel. She handles it. Striped bass. We're fishing for striper today. Yeah, she does a good job, dude. Sometimes you get these knuckleheads that come on and try and say weird stuff, and she gives them the boot. Oh man, we need to barbecue up some burgers, dude. Something. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. She just got me some coffee. Me and Danny just did a big paint job. We spent like the last 2 weeks working like long ass days. So we just finished Friday night. We didn't get off work until like 7 o'clock. I got home like at 8. We hit the road like at 9 o'clock to come down here, maybe a little later. We got down here like at 11. So Danny stayed home and we just went and got some rest, I'm sure. But that is the plan. I have to mute this because these guys are blasting this music, and I'll get a copyright infringement. Awesome. That sounds good, dude. Love to do a barbecue. I just got to be careful with this music that they blast out here, or they'll do a copyright infringement on my channel and get in trouble. Oh, hot coffee's so good right now. It is a foggy day. It's like super foggy out here, which is surprising because it's usually foggy in Smartsville, but it hasn't been. So I thought it'd be clear down here. Something's going on with this line. I think we're at like slack tide. Corey, subscribe to the channel, dude. If you haven't already. If you're still there. Thank you, bro. I caught some hog catfish over there like a year ago. Right on, man. VIP. That's right, brother. man. It's a slow fishing day though. I gotta be honest with everybody. This has been a slow morning for fishing. I've had days out here where it's been like a fish every 10, 15 minutes, if not if not faster sometimes. And today it's just been like, well, I'm 2 hours in right now on this live stream and I have no fish. So what's that tell you? The OGs, huh? Let me turn Corey into a moderator. Add as moderator. Standard moderator. Athena, I mean, not Athena. Yeah, I got hooks on here. So Ursula is the managing moderator. Corey, you're a standard moderator. But if you're ever watching and somebody starts saying some weirdo stuff, you can give them like a timeout for like 24 hours or something like that. Yeah, I've actually got this crazy 3 single hook setup that I created to where like a hook goes in the head of the sardine, in the middle of the sardine, and on the tail of the sardine. It works pretty good when the fish are biting. Dirty 30, what's happening, brother? It's been slow. We're fishing for striped bass out on the Delta. But thank you for being here. Haven't seen you in a while. I haven't live streamed in a bit, so glad to see you back. Yeah, I took like a little break around New Year's there, around Christmas to New Year through New Year's. Yeah, we're fishing for striped bass. We're using anchovies, and that's what we've been doing. But it's been a slow morning. Go the birds again. It is starting to warm up out here, which is not. I'm not sure if it's I'm warming up or the coffee's warming me up, but I think it's the coffee. I just feel 100 times better. All right, we made it to 15 likes, guys. Yeah. Pike minnows work. You know, I notice when I use pike minnows out here, I always get some catfish. I always get catfish at night with those things. Not big ones, but there's always some. I'm going to fish for catfish tonight out here, guys, too. So just so everybody knows, I'll be doing a night fishing stream out here. I'm going to bundle up, put double socks on, and maybe wrap up in a blanket and fish late out here. right, well, we made it to 15 likes. Let's push to 20 likes now, guys. Gotta try and make it there. I got these other rods. I think I'm gonna put a night crawler on another rod and see what happens. Mix it up a little bit. Oh, this power bait is like. Definitely not turned on. I'll go check it. I gotta light the propane real quick.
I got that part. All right, we're at 16 likes. Let's get to 20, guys. Come on. I haven't fished with this setup in a while. Apparently I left power bait on it. I got like mummified on here. I'm get a night crawler out. All right, here we go. Set this guy right here.
That keeps its mouth shut. We're doing all right. It's been slow fishing, but it's a good day though. Happy to be here fishing. Happy to be here fishing. Paul, what kind of fish are you holding in that profile picture? I can't quite make it out. It's like it comes up really small in my screen here. It looks like a big fish. We're fishing for striped bass in the California Delta with anchovy and night crawlers. All right, we made it to 17 likes. Let's keep pushing to 20, guys. If we can get to 20, that's pretty good. Just waiting for the fish to bite, guys. We've got night crawlers and anchovies in the water. Just smaller hooks. I got small hooks on. I got a treble hook on the night crawler. And just nothing's even hitting the anchovies. Like they're still whole. Well, one of them got its head tore off, but that was, I think, because it was in the moss more than anything. I mean, I've hooked some big striped bass here. Athena caught like I think it was like a 30-inch striped bass one night. And then one evening we got down here, and the first cast I put out an anchovy, like a giant striped bass took it, like too big. I couldn't turn it. It was jumping out in the middle of the channel out there. I couldn't turn it around. It ended up breaking my line. So there's plenty of big fish here, but I don't know. There was a sea lion here first thing this morning, and there was a couple of sea otters that were cruising around. So I'm not sure if they just scared all the fish off or what, but it's been slow this morning. All I could do is just keep fishing, Keep on keeping on. Yeah, we are at a slack tide right now. There is no current. It's just there's usually like a push or pull here. It switches depending on whether it's high tide or low tide incoming or outgoing, and there's none right now. This will last for about 20-30 minutes, and then the water will start to come in. It's been going out all morning. So I guess there'll be a high tide this evening before dark. I don't know. I have to check and see. Giselle, good afternoon. It's afternoon. Well, no, it's not quite afternoon yet. It's still morning. We're fishing for striped bass today. That's what we're targeting. I've got anchovies and night crawlers on, and that's what we got. That's what we're fishing for. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Striped bass. So it's like a sea bass, but it also lives in the rivers. So it goes back and forth. It's kind of like a salmon, but it's very predatory. Everywhere it goes, it's eating everything. California Delta.
Oh, it's like raining.
Fishing in the Delta. I just want to say thank you to everybody that supports the channel. Appreciate everybody watching and being here with me. Thank you all so much. All right, we're at 18 likes. We're almost to 20, guys. Still trying to get to 20 likes. Got to keep pushing. Got to keep pushing. There was a pretty good salmon fishing season this year. Pretty good. My brother caught a number of nice salmon. I didn't get one, unfortunately. I caught some early before the season started, of course, but I had to let go. I'm fishing on my boat, and this boat is, anchored in a marina. Or not anchored, but docked at a marina, and I'm in a slip. I guess you could call it like a floating jetty. We're trying to push up to 20 likes, guys. So if you just joined, we're fishing for striped bass out on the California Delta. We're using anchovies and night crawlers. 3 in the morning where you're at, huh? May I ask what part of the world you're in? Malaysia. Oh, wow. Pretty good fishing out there, I hear. Well, just gonna have to, try. I'm sure there's some sea bass out where you live. Fish around the rocks, fish in the kelp beds. It's usually where you can catch a sea bass. Still trying to get to 20 likes, guys, so help me out and like the stream. We're fishing for striped bass with anchovy and night crawlers. on the California Delta. Well, I can't make any bones about it. It's been a slow morning fishing, but we're still grinding away out here trying to catch one. We're running night crawlers and anchovies. Just waiting for the fish to bite, guys. Got 3 lines in the water. We got 2 anchovy and 1 night crawler. Been a tough morning. We've been grinding out here for over 2 hours and no fish. So not gonna lie. It's a tough day. Sometimes that's just how fishing is. Oh, well, you're on the right path. You're on the right path. They're not all big, you know? They're not all big. Some of them will be, 18 inches, 20 inches. And a medium bait caster will haul one of them in. So, big bass, big baits. Small bass, smaller baits, right? The backlash, well, you just need new line. That doesn't mean the whole rod is cooked. You just need new line. Well, you got to get new line every now and then anyways. Sounds like you know what you're doing. You'll be able to get one. You just got to keep pushing. Got to keep pushing, and when you get one, take a picture of it and post it to this channel's group. I forget what it's called now, but there's a place on the channel if you go to the channel where you can post pictures and things. I'd appreciate it if you could do that. Well, you got to just pull all that old line out. And you've got to get busy with like a little scissor snip on it and get it all off. Restring new line on there. And that bait caster will be good as new again. They're very durable reels. They're probably the most durable reel in comparison to like a spinning reel. So, you just got to get all that old messed up line off. Sometimes you can save the line, but most of the time you got to just replace it if it's really badly all backlashed and tangled. So, get yourself a new spool of line. Take all that old line out. Sometimes a little razor knife helps, so you can cut it and pull it all out. Tie a good little knot around the centerpiece and refill it with new line. And if you're planning on going after bigger fish, get heavier line. Ultralight rod. Ultralight rods, like, the most you want to put on them is like 10-pound test line. That said, you can put heavier line on it. It's just when you start fighting the fish, you're not going to be able to lean on that rod and put as much pressure on it as you would a heavier rod, or you'll break the rod. So you could put like 20 on it, but you'll have to really be careful not to break it if you hook a big fish. Meaning you can't really lean into it, You don't want to bend it past its maximum. Doesn't mean you can't do it. You could still do it. Still land big fish and stuff. You're just going to have to be careful when you're fighting that fish. But yeah, you could put heavier line on it. It's not recommended. It's not what you're supposed to do. But I've done stuff like that. Yeah, the medium rod would be better. I would go with the medium, not the ultralight. Ultralight is like for lightweight stuff, catching bait. Think bait, Like if you're trying to catch sardines or anchovy, you're going to use like an ultralight. I mean, you could use anything, but an ultralight would be more suitable to doing something like that. Hey guys, we're still trying to push to 20 likes. Help me out. Let's get there. Yes. You definitely can. There's definitely going to be some that are too big, but you could definitely do that. What's wrong, son?
Can I go sit on the captain's seat?
As long as you don't play with anything.
Okay.
Shut the door. My son wants to sit in the captain's seat. I said, yeah, as long as you don't play with anything. Most of the bullhead catfish that I've caught weren't very big. So that doesn't mean that they're all going to be small. I'm sure there's some big bullhead catfish. Sabiki jigs in deep water. They certainly can be. Um, what are you trying to catch? Because remember, they make different sizes of sabiki jigs. The common size is going to be real light line, for like sardines and anchovy. But they make heavier ones for mackerel. So depending on what you're going after, yeah, the deeper you go, the heavier the weight you're going to want to use with it. If you're going to be down, I'm not sure what you're thinking. Anchovies and or mackerel. So mackerel are a bigger fish, and so you're probably going to use slightly larger sabiki jig, but most of the sabiki jigs will handle all the mackerel that's down there, unless you get a really big one, like a king mackerel or something. Size 6 okay. Well, I mean that's suitable for mackerel. You can tip that with a little bit of squid, a little piece of squid on there, and you'll get a little more action out of it. Usually, if you tip a few of the hooks with bait, you'll get a few more fish. Add some scent to it also. But like I said, the deeper you're going, a little more weight you're going to need. And if you want to keep it vertical underneath you, like if you're just going to be jigging it, it also doesn't hurt to have a decent weight on there. So I'd probably use like a 1 ounce weight if I was just trying to keep it vertical. Oh, incoming tide. We're gonna get mashed here with all this debris. The water that's been being pushed the other direction is all coming back at me now. A lot of debris in the water. Two spinning reels. One conventional, one round. Ugh. We call them conventional. Thank you for being here with me, everybody. I appreciate y'all spending time with me here on the water. It's been a slow morning of fishing, I gotta say. So usually when slack tide ends and the tide reverses here, some fish kind of go on the hunt for a little bit. So hopefully we get a bite right now. This would be like the time when something happens. So I'm hoping we land a fish right now. You just never know. Constant waves, yep. Good memory, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Damn speedboats. I'm just surprised we're not getting more bites out here today. But maybe tonight will be different, you know? Just never can tell. Never can tell. See, always with the boats, we're always rolling by, making noise. I gotta be quiet here at night. It's pretty dang quiet here at night. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes, huh? That's how I've felt most of my life. You know, it's like if you're gonna catch a fish, it's because he deemed it was the day for you to catch a fish. Thanks for being here with me, folks. I appreciate y'all. I want to let you know, yeah, little micro jigs. I do it right here sometimes during the summer. It's worked pretty well for me. And then out on Clear Lake, we use micro jigs for crappie. It's a big, it's like a big perch. I don't know if you know what they are or not. You might have to Google it. But it's a very good eating fish, crappie fish. Um, I mean, I'll catch those for bait from time to time. If I'm fishing for catfish, I might catch a few little fish like that. But I find that even if you're trying to catch bait for a big fish, you kind of need to catch a bigger fish for the bait, you know. So I don't really target fish that size, really ever. I mean, I'm not gonna eat them. They're not the best bait. For certain species, they can be. Like I was catching these. They call them like a freshwater sculpin in the rivers. I don't know if you know what a sculpin is, but catch these little freshwater sculpin in the river, and you can fish. You can use them for bait for steelhead trout, and they're about the size of your finger. So yeah, I have caught those for that, and you catch them like on a night crawler. They like eating bait, so. All right, Jezebel. Yeah, Giselle. Have a good one. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Subscribe to the channel. Yeah, get some sleep. Hi, baby. I think I'm going to end the stream. All right, guys. Thank you for being here today. I appreciate all the time you guys had with me. Sorry I didn't catch any fish. I'll be back at it tonight. We'll be trying to catch some catfish. So you know the drill. Look after yourself. Take care of each other. And fish on. Tight lines and fish on.